The professional drivers on wheel apprehends illegal revenue collector in Benin City.
Say they collect money for them so that they go shade for road. Yeah, now what did they talk for? He say they already pay pools. Back on, back on
money. If you not even pay, if women don't pay, they beat them. Put this one. If you not pay, they beat them. If these women don't pay this money, they beat them. This man.
Mari bakata de ope eri mana we na zaru gbe na fi wood ma wo bagie ma keke de kedo ade ona ila de mana ma saba iwe me gan we amagba evnu tu ade egwa ahon egwa ahon aga ha so benu we ya ture aga ha so ha ogogo ya wa re ni egbe na mi no.
Heavy money rainfall disrupts socio-economic activities in Benin as flood takes over major roads.
Every day they go to they go do road. They for again now so. You know for me na me say no papa.
So muna help us tell the Uruba, the governor. So make on do well for us, I beg.
Also on the headlines, new Edo Line Transport Service Limited to commence operations on June 27, 2025. As Governor Monday Okpebolo is first terminal.
To come and look at what they have done in preparation of our commencement.
A very good evening to you. Thank you so very much for joining us on our news tonight. My name is Best Orito, and now to the news in details. As part of ongoing efforts to sustain the free flow of traffic in New Benin, members of the Professional Drivers on Wheel on Wednesday visited the roads to ensure full compliance with traffic regulations and reduce congestion. The exercise was led by the national president of the Professional Drivers on Wheel, Comrade Adams A. Elias Shaba. The report. In a continued effort to ensure free flow of traffic and maintain orderliness on major roads in Benin City, the national president, Professional Drivers on Wheel, Comrade Adams A. Elias Shaba, and his team, joined by the Edo State Task Force, visited the New Benin market and its environs to clear motorists who parked indiscriminately on the road and traders displaying their wares on the road. Comrade Shaba sensitized commercial drivers to utilize designated parking areas instead of parking on the road. He also expressed displeasure at traders who have turned the road into markets.
It will take care of all sexually transmitted diseases.
The national president, Professional Drivers on Week, Comrade Shaba Ehi, also called the state government's attention to an orange seller who displayed her goods and truck on the road, showing blatant disregard for the law, despite being warned several times to stop, but she continued to defy orders. Also, a man was apprehended by Edo State Task Force and Professional Drivers on Wheel for collecting revenue and selling illegal tickets to traders and giving them the permission to trade on the road.
Say they collect money for them so that they go shade for road. Yeah. Now what did they talk for? You say they already pay pools. Back on, back on them.
Money. If you not even pay, if the women don't pay, they beat them put. This one. If you not pay, they beat them. If these women don't pay this money, they beat them.
Comrade Shaba said the exercise is a directive from the governor to clear the road as the lawlessness at the New Benin market had become a source of concern. He expressed satisfaction with the success recorded for the day, noting that they will sustain it to transform the area.
We are here this morning with the marching order of Mr. Governor because yesterday, every day, New Benin has become a place when human beings don't take clear cross. We have been doing it in Ring Road. We do it for Ring Road every day, junction. But Governor have to give an order, say, let the task force mobilize us so that we work together here. Today now we are here with the instruction of Mr. Governor, although the one we still do before now is the instruction of Mr. Governor. But today is a full force. You can see that the government house is here to support. So my message now to my driver is that they should beware. They should park very well. As we arrange here today, anywhere we say made that they load, made that they manage them. We also carry the message, go give governor, say, New Benin will not get where with the load. Make it constantly take eye, look am. If you also find one place, give us what will they load. But for now, we want to remove all the traders from any street when government don't tie. More for shocking our motor puts so that made the road free.
On his part, the commander of Edo State Task Force, SP Michael Aneto, commended the national president, professional drivers on wheel, for joining forces with them to restore sanity to the area. He stated that they will continue to work together to address street trading and indiscriminate parking.
As we discussed, it came as early as 6:30 a.m. We don't do here. But you know, the work is hard, but we'll try our best. We'll try our best. Today we did our best. You know, our people with their stubbornness now, it's not that easy. We have given them warning. We don't beg them as our mama and our papa where they be and our brothers and sisters. Say this thing where they do for here, government no want time. So may they take their time, find where they will go. By tomorrow, next tomorrow, we'll still be here again. You know our people, once they see you today, tomorrow they don't see you again. It's like what you do today, you have not done anything. So we try our best. I'm going to beg my president, driver, make it still come out tomorrow, mobilize his boys, we take come out until further notice. And so we'll do until we're able to achieve our aim.
The professional drivers on wheel and the Edo State Task Force stated that the exercise will be sustained. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. Indigenes of Amagba Adolo community in Oedo local government area of Edo State have staged a peaceful protest to the palace of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Obaewa II CFR, over alleged individuals claiming to be Okoma community and have taken over their land. The protesters noted that Amagba is the community recognized by the palace, as the palace had earlier ruled that Okoma is not a community in Edo State, but a camp called Agemokpai under Amagba community. BeeTv News Osarugi Agwebo reports that the protesters were addressed by the Oyoba of Benin Kingdom, Chief Isaac Oyoba. His report.
Following a peaceful demonstration by indigenes of Amagba Adolo community at the Edo State Government House, where the protesters were attended to by the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Gani Awudu, the indigenes proceeded to the Oba Palace, His Royal Majesty Obaewa II, to express their displeasure over the alleged illegal occupation of their land by individuals claiming to be Okoroma community, allegedly headed by Mr. Gaius Emokpae, who they claimed had driven them out of their land. The protesters, led by the Odionwere of Amagba Adolo community, Pa Joseph Idure Kenwe, said Amagba is the community recognized by the palace, as the palace had earlier ruled that Okoroma is not a community in Edo State, but a camp called Emokpae under their community. Also, speaking, the youth leader of Amagba community, Mr. Monday Osasu, corroborated the Odionwere's explanations, adding that Okoroma settlers were never original landowners, but they were welcomed into their community as tenants. They appealed to Oba Eware II to intervene and prevent potential violence stemming from the land dispute.
Hey, Mari Bakata, okay, any man with a Dario Bena, if you would my wabagi. Hey, Maka, the Kata or the man, my Sabai Remy. Uguni, na Giabiobe, and I fear him. And then photo. So, my Mababo or Bagi. I didn't know. I needed when he put up my banana. About he said. Ana bira me biye bale eri ne unamro na sabo no mono ba akezwa awa walu hisi adota ye baba wa to pe u ba re protest wa mari no wa to pe ti kale me no ro ti kale me na wa mi o ko ma re o tedo na oba bi ta o ko ma ro amagbado lo oriba iya do mi ama imari abamo koko ima efi oto ne ya mugbo ye na do abo wa ba ni mi ora gage Amagbado lo wa to po keke na wo koma e kare enini debiterate ona uta magba atolo wa to pe.
Addressing the protesters, the Oye Oba of Benin Kingdom, Chief Isaac Oye Oba, commended Amagba community for their peaceful demonstration. He assured them that their grievances would be relayed to the Oba of Benin, who would listen and address their concerns.
Amagba, Ojon we Amagba. Evnu wat, evnu tu adiegwa. Ahon, egwa ahon. Aga haso, yenu we ya today. Aga haso, ha. Ogogo ya iwa ya re ni egbe na mi no e igbina awe egwa ligbina agwa lupoko gboma so ma mi re na gbe so don wa doge wa ya re na owo kan we asogbe egwa mi wa yi ne run don ni a gbenu wa ya mudi amana ìpè akíkò wàhíárì wà tiẹ̀ ọba àtọ́pẹ̀rẹ̀ ìyàtiẹ̀ mẹ̀tì ọba àtọ́pẹ̀rẹ̀ wà tó ẹni ọba àtọ́pẹ̀rẹ̀ mẹ̀rẹ̀ tó ọba àtọ́pẹ̀rẹ̀.
Speaking with journalists, the Odionwere of Amagba community, Pa Joseph Iduokewe, and some indigents expressed gratitude to His Royal Majesty Oba Eware II for granting them an audience to express their grievances, as the optimism for positive outcome.
We told the Royal Majesty that he has said earlier to come and create boundary between Amagba and Obage. We have no other band with any other country. Any of the other country with it, other Amagba. We have a combo boundary. We come on. To say that we are going to create boundary between Amagba and Obage. It was those things. They said they are taking a message to His Majesty. That's why we came. Yeah, but we are happily with the Oba we keep to the west.
Like what my Odionwere has said so far, there is no community like Okoroma community in Edo State. Those people are tenant to Amagba. So likewise, what my Odionwere have said is what the Amagba we are waiting for him to put verdict to, and we are waiting for him to decide. We don't want any more fight. So we want the boundary to be created between Amagba and Obage Nebusa. They are the owner of the land of that place. There is no place like Okoroma. It's only a Mokpa camp. That is what we have there. And the Mokpa camp is a tenant to Amagba.
God's Gift Omone, reporting for BeeTv News.
That report was actually taken by God's Gift Omone. Moving on. Commuters in Edo State can now look forward to enhanced transportation options as the new Edo Line Nigeria Limited is set to commence operations on June 27, 2025. This announcement was made by Governor Monday Okpebholo during an inspection tour of ongoing projects in Edo South. BeeTv News, Esoe Osemege has details of the report.
Governor Okpebholo, who personally assessed the progress at the new Edo Line station, expressed satisfaction with the preparations. According to him, his visit is to look at the work that is going on in the new Edo Line station. He said, the vehicles are ready, everything is set. Okpebholo said his administration will ensure that the people of Edo State enjoy quality service delivery in the transportation sector.
Vehicles are ready, everything is set. We're trying to see how we can commence. The idea is for me to come and look at what they have done in preparation of our commencement.
On his part, Oligbe Enswa, the managing director of the Edo State Transport Authority, affirmed the readiness of the terminal. He further assured that ongoing projects at the terminal, including partitioning, CCTV installation, and the control room, will be completed by next week Friday.
By the special grace of God, on the 27th of June this year, we are commencing operation properly. The projects that are ongoing here, by next week Friday, we are rounding up those projects. The canopy trucks, the partitioning, the CCTV, the control room.
Beyond the new transport line, Governor Okpebholo's inspection also covered other critical infrastructure projects. He visited Sapler Road, a major federal artery connecting Edo and Delta State, where he urged the contractor to accelerate work to alleviate persistent traffic congestion.
This road is a major road in Benin City, and it links to another very important city, that is Warri, Delta State. Now, look at what is happening here. For the past 1 hour or 2 hours, vehicles are static in one particular position, so they are not moving. That is the reason why we felt this road must be completed quickly as possible. I've just spoken to the company constructing this road now. They said in 2 weeks' time, they should be able to do this span aspect of the road. So with that, I think the traffic will be moving freely, and that is exactly what we are looking for.
Lee Ho-Fu, the CEO of CBC Group, the company handling the Sapler Road project, committed to completing the immediate consigned section of the road within 2 weeks, addressing the governor's call for prompt action.
Stone base, and it's ready for stabilization this week. We're going to start laying the stabilization today, and next week, Monday, Tuesday, we'll start the casting, and very soon you'll see the easy of the burden of this traffic volume. And under the governance of the governor, and everybody here is likely to help us. So that's why I want to say thank you to the governor and appreciate his assistance and his understanding.
The governor's tour also included inspections of the Temboga Road and the Palace Road, underscoring his administration's commitment to improving road networks across the state.
The governor that know that the people is crying. This is our governor. If he come out again, he goes to come out again. So we know get another one. Now our papa be this so. Now our papa be this so. We know get another one. Now our papa be this so. Now our papa be this so. We know get another one. Now our papa be this so.
The impending launch of the Edo Line is anticipated to significantly boost intercity and intra-city transportation, offering a new and improved travel experience for residents in the state. Soher Osemegi reporting for BeeTv News.
Following the directive of the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, for the commencement of operations by the new Edo Line Limited with effect from 27 June 2025, the governor has approved the appointment of the following persons as management team of the company. A statement by Secretary to Edo State Government, Barrister Musa Ihilo, Esquire, says Imwetinya Otuomage has been appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the new Edo Line Limited. Mrs. Imwetinya Otuomage is a distinguished development practitioner, gender equality advocate, and social impact strategist with over 25 years of experience spanning public service, academic, civil society, and international development. An indigene of Ward 8 Oedo local government area in Edo State, Nigeria, she has built a formidable career advancing women's economic empowerment, youth development, political inclusion, and community transformation across Nigeria, Canada, East Africa, and the United Kingdom. A doctoral candidate in geography and Planning at Queen's University, Canada. Mrs. Otuomage's academic and professional pursuits are grounded in research and for practice around financial inclusion, gender equality, and transformative leadership. She holds a master's degree in gender and development from the University of Sussex, UK, and a bachelor's degree in international development and women's studies from New York University, Canada. Her academic work has been featured in international journals and global development conferences with policy shaping, research on gender entrepreneurship, and social finance. Her political engagement includes serving as director of social media and later as secretary for new media for the All Progressives Congress APC campaign council during the Edo State gubernatorial elections in 2020 and 2024 respectively, where she contributed strategic digital and communication expertise. She also held a national youth advisory role during the former President Goodluck Jonathan's administration. Ms. Imwetinya Otuomage is a certified trainer, leadership coach, and program evaluation specialist with numerous local and international certificates. She has consulted for the United Nations Women, the Canadian Council for Youth Prosperity, and several grassroots organizations across Nigeria and North America. Her passion for public service and deep-rooted connection to Edo State fuels her desire to contribute meaningfully to the state's continued progress. Her appointment as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Edo Line Transport Company Limited reflects the renewed commitment of the administration of Senator Monday Okpebholo to reposition the state-owned enterprises for operational efficiency, innovation, and enhanced public value. Others who are appointed are Sunday Aneto as the General Manager Administrator, Henry Ozara Obazohai as the General Manager Operation, Opitoki Miriam, General Manager Finance and Accounts, Ugberia Sylvester, and Osazua Company Secretary. The team has been charged to bring their wealth of experience to bear in their assigned roles to ensure effective and efficient service delivery. Their appointment takes immediate effect. From all of us at BeeTv, we say congratulations to Ms. Imwetinya Otuomage and her team for this appointment. Moving on. Benin City experienced heavy rainfall in the early hours of Wednesday morning, leading to severe flooding across several parts of the city and further deteriorating already bad roads in some areas. BeeTv News God's Gift Omone, who captured the situation, has the details.
It was a heavy downpour on Wednesday morning in Benin City. Major streets and inner roads were submerged, causing significant disruption to vehicular and pedestrian movement. Commuters and motorists were having to maneuver through flooded roads and streets, while some streets were totally rendered impassable. Residents lament the worsening state of infrastructure, noting that several roads with existing potholes and poor drainage systems became impassable following the downpour, as seen on the Wasota Uwelu Spare Parts Road leading to the popular Uwelu Spare Parts Market and Egomo Street off Wasota Road.
If we start now, 7 days we start now, don't be passing again.
Shop owners were also affected as the water submerged and cripples their source of livelihood.
Rain never starts. If you go Uwenu Road there, that might be worse part this side. No keke fit pass, no woman fit pass where rain fall. I bet with the pray make they help us for this road. We suffer for this road more than how many days for this road.
So the road is not organized, you understand? The road is, for Benin, I think, for my own mind, I think say now this is general dirty well, you understand? So I'm gonna help us tell the governor. So make on do well for us, I beg. Make sure you go see the road is not, has not day well organized for us. If rain fall now, like inside person house they follow, they go well.
You dey see my store? Water don't carry am because of say the road no good. I wish say they do road. This water not for enter this store. So I dey beg the federal government or the new governor make it come do road, make water not enter my store again. Because through this store that they eat. If water as water dey enter now, I no fit walk, hungry, dey.
Private and commercial vehicles were seen navigating through the flood and potholes on the road as the impact on their vehicles were severe. Many residents are calling on the Edo State government to intensify efforts in road rehabilitation and improve drainage systems to prevent further hardship during the rainy season. Gosgift Omone, reporting for BeeTv News.
Indigents of Igwosho Dinikpemaba in Ovia Northeast local government area for those states are celebrating the installation of Pajonsi Ahano as the new Odion way of the community. BeeTv News Prima Osawe, who captured the ceremony, reports that the community has been without an Odion way for some time now until the installation of the 123-year-old Pa Johnson Ahano. His report is here presented.
This Odion way and the second command.
That was the mood in Igwosho Dinikpemaba community as indigents trooped out. It once seems to be like a carnival to celebrate a new dawn in the community following the installation of Pa Johnson Ahano as the Odion way after years of being without an Odion way to preside over the affairs of the community. Delivering a message of goodwill from His Royal Majesty Omonobane Doko Akpolokpolo, Obaewa II CFRO of Benin, Diokao Ofologbo, and Eho Dukedoms, Chief Emmanuel Iyase said Pa Johnson Ahano has been chosen to preside over the affairs of Igwosho Dinikpemaba and that the palace has answered the yearnings of the community for an Odion way. He urged Pa Johnson Ahano to accommodate everyone in the community so as to foster peace, development, and prosperity.
Egwa or give me idea Igwosho Dinikpemaba bena seven inofiya wo bokera ide wa ai ara ilo mi ma oba wa ogidigan no to oba ipe oba ise ra do po fun ra do bodo ye won ti o we Igwosho Dinikpemaba ara imere owiwa ehuwa otiwa kile pa Johnson Ahano e o pe klinika o ore lo ka lo ni o we wo na gba ifuwe ihan so igbe oba atogba
High point of the ceremony was the installation of Pa Johnson Ahano as the new Odion way and Pa Matthew Igbinosun as next to the Odion way of Igwosho Dinikpemaba community, which was followed by street procession by jubilant crowd singing and dancing. The excited Odion way Pa Johnson Ahano in an interview with BeeTv News thanked the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Obaewa II, and the people of Igwosho Dinikpemaba for trusting him with the leadership of the community and promised that he will ensure the community experience peace and development under his watch.
Nyaja mengwe. Nyaja mengwe. Egwaresi. Eva iro ya bebe, ikpome ya bebe. Ese arume. Ese ni arume. Ya ga ibe suda. Ya bebi no awo nya ni anoma. Eni arume, elio mo abe arunia. Eni abe mi o wana abe arunia. Ogba ama wo owo ama. No ma se ara ki ayi. Emi agwaro no ma. O sa bo oye ti oye buyinia. Nemi si abo.
Chief Emmanuel Yase, who represented the Oba of Benin in an interview with BeeTv News, congratulated the Odionwe and the people of Igosho Dinikwe Maba, charging the new Odionwe to extend a hand of fellowship to others to promote peace and harmonious coexistence in the community.
I think the argument as per who is the original or who is the authentic, I think it has finally been laid to rest, by the verdict of our Oba. We are all happy, and I've also given them the message, that for what it's worth, yes, it is correct that there was a tussle at a point in time, but it has been finally laid to rest. So whosoever that may have been involved, the newly installed Odionwe should also, have leniency over the idea of some should not enter the community, they should suspend. I think we are happy with them. We are good to go. We are happy with the Odionwe. Finally, peace has returned back to Igoshodin. It's a good thing, and we also thank the Oba Atokwe.
Some other indigenes expressed joy for the successful installation of the Odionwe, which they said was long overdue, and appreciated the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Oba Ewa II, for the honor.
They enjoy them every day. If I come market, youths go there here. They go there here. They here all the time. I enjoy this Odionwe where they put peace day, rest of my joy, progress, enjoyment. They enjoy since now. That's why I don't enjoy. I just enjoy. I just get peace. All of us cause peace.
The best coronation in the negotiating Baba. Today is the best day. The day we will live to remember. This is the real Odionwe, the Odionwe we have been waiting for. If you look around, I can see that today is the different day, different than the other day we have ever seen. Today is a day called our time.
Edobagbedo isagbe edenogbe na ogogo ma yewe edene na Igosho Dinikwe Maba eri mare ara ono ori Odionwe ori ma Igosho di be na ari do mi na yana mu e yo wa do ko iwa ko pe akoko ma do go egogo e wa ni be do go ri ma gogo ni ogogo ya be mi e mo ya ni kisire no do gu ma gogo ya be mi e wa ni be do record e na ogogo wa be mi e.
The Okaigele of Igosho Dinikwe Maba community and Chief Executive Officer Iyao Parliament, Prince Kenneth Omoegbe, his vice, Bright Omoegbe, said they are happy with the new development in Igosho Dinikwe Maba community.
So as you can see, you see the crowd. Everybody is happy. Glory to the royal father, our father. We don't have any other father in Benin.
I will say I thank God for everything. I thank the Omonoba Nedo, the Eware II. He did a very great thing for this community. As you can see, we are all happy today.
Igosho Dinikwe Maba community is located in Ovia Northeast local government area of Edo State. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. And now to health matters. A bacterial outbreak has been reported at the University of Benin Teaching Hospital UBTH, primarily affecting children between the ages of 0 to 14 years. Health officials have confirmed that while adults can also be affected, current cases are predominantly among children, with most infections recorded in the eastern region. BeeTv News' God's Gift Omone has the report.
Kudos to the governor, Senator Modokwebo, for the good job, and his Commissioner of Health, Siri Oshomole. They've done a great job.
At the University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Benin City, Edo State, a recent research discovered a bacteria called diphtheria, which affects mainly the respiratory parts of the body. The outbreak is caused by a highly contagious bacterial strain that poses serious health risk if not treated promptly. Early detection and timely medical interventions are critical, as survival rates are significantly higher when treatment begins in the initial stages of the infection. Commenting on the development, Dr. Fidelis Eki Idoko, Deputy Chairman, Medical Advisory Committee, Training and Monitoring, UBTH, Head of Pediatric Emergency Unit and a pediatrician, said so far 3 deaths have been recorded as patients were rushed in at already in a critical stage, saying that the bacteria is very much curable and survival rates at 100% when detected early, as flagged areas are down Oluku, Sapele Road and Ipobahi Axis.
And the name of the bacteria is referred to as coronary diphtheria. It causes diphtheria. Diphtheria is a bacterial infection, mostly caused by droplets, sneezing, cough, catarrh. It's actually contagious. It's one of those vaccine preventable infection. What we have noticed in UBTH in the last couple of weeks, we have received about 10 cases of this bacteria in children, and we have recorded 3 deaths because they came very, very late. In fact, they were already in failure. So spent less than 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Then we had 2 that have been discharged out of the 10. Then 5 are currently still in the ward undergoing treatment, but they are very stable. Their chance of survival is almost 100% sure.
Medical experts warn that delayed diagnosis or inadequate treatment can lead to severe complications and even death. UBTH has ramped up surveillance and is urging parents and caregivers to watch for symptoms such as high fever, persistent cough, and difficulty breathing in children.
This bacteria, like I said, is most often the symptoms and signs of people that have this bacteria are mostly cough, catarrh, sneezing, sore throat. They are tired, fatigued, and sometimes they refuse to eat. And in worst cases, they can start vomiting. Now, the problem is that most people they always mistake this infection for the regular cough, catarrh, until they start having complications. What we noticed from the people that came to us, some they actually had gone to some other private hospital. At the very bad cases, they have swollen neck, almost looking like a bull neck. Some of them were actually diagnosed as cancer. They thought they called it lymphoma, because the lymph nodes will be enlarged. You can palpate it, swallow lymph nodes all over. So they came to UBTH. At the time that child was coming, that child is a 13-year-old. Was actually a respiratory failure. I had to pass a tube through the neck to prevent the child from succumbing to inability to breathe. So that's kept the child going, and with the treatment we instituted, he's one of those persons that have survived and doing very well.
In a swift response to the outbreak, Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo, through the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Cyril Adams Oshomole, have commenced necessary supplies in curbing the spread of the bacteria at the teaching hospital. BeeTv News captured the delivery of the materials. Though no cases have been recorded in adults, but authorities are calling for increased hygiene measures and public awareness to contain the spread of the bacteria.
So our plea as a teaching hospital who receive these kind of cases is, one, to our parents. If your child is having cough, catarrh, sore throats, and is finding it difficult to eat, despite your treatments in other hospitals, it is good to seek for expert care, just to be sure that this case is not actually diphtheria. The few ones we lost were because they delayed in terms of the time they presented. They came late. In fact, they were actually actively dying as at the time they came. So we're already bluish and they can't breathe anymore. It affects both children and adults. We've seen the cases for children, but it's possible to have adults too. But the outbreak as at now is more of children that we've seen. But adults are not immune. There's possibility that adults can also be affected. Yes, it is. But again, the children, because the constitution of these children, their ability to fight infection is different from adults.
Efforts are ongoing to provide affected children with the necessary medical care and to prevent further infections in the community, both by the state government and the teaching hospital. The hospital and local health department continue to monitor the situation closely as investigations into the outbreak source and spread are underway. Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
You're still watching BeeTv News at 6. When we return, the free medical exercise and free surgeries sponsored by the Matthew Okpebolo Foundation enters day 2. Details of this and more when we come back. Stay with us.
75 years of faith and service, a daughter's heartfelt tribute. Dear Dad, Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo, happy 75th birthday. Your lifelong devotion to ministry, education, and community upliftment has shaped countless lives, including my own. I remember your early morning devotions and how your thoughtful counsel taught me integrity and compassion. Through your scholarship program, you opened doors for hundreds of students, and your quiet support, whether funding the law library at Edo State University or covering school fees, eased financial burdens across Edo State. Equally impactful is your passion for youth vocational training, which has empowered aspiring artisans and strengthened our community's economy. You have shown me that true leadership comes from selfless service rather than titles. On behalf of everyone at the Board of Technical and Vocational Education and Training, and most of all as your daughter, I thank you for inspiring us to pursue excellence and uplift others. May God bless you with continued health, wisdom, and joy as you extend this remarkable legacy of service. With all my love and gratitude, Barrister Mrs. Onome Briggs, Executive Chairman, Edo State Board of Technical and Vocational Education and Training.
Paddy Iyamu, Edo State Commissioner for Education. A new Edo has risen. Join the train. Special invitation. In line with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Renewed Hope Agenda, the Edo State Government and the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) invites the general public to the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the internal campus road network of Edo State Polytechnic, Usen. After 23 years of its establishment, join His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebolo, Executive Governor of Edo State, as he performs the groundbreaking ceremony. Special guest of honor, Dr. Samuel Obuku, Managing Director, Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), Dr. George Uzonwanne, Director, Education, Health and Social Services (NDDC). Date: Saturday, 14th June 2025. Time: 11 a.m. prompt. Venue: Edo State Polytechnic, Ose Campus Open Field. Signed, Dr. Paddy Iyamu, Edo State Commissioner for Education. A new Edo has risen. Join the train.
From the heart of Ray Royal Construction Company Limited comes a resounding celebration of an extraordinary man, our chairman, our founder, our father in leadership and legacy, Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo. Today we raise our voices in thanksgiving and joy as you mark your 75th birthday. 75 glorious years of grace, vision, purpose, and impact. Since 1976, you laid the first blocks of what is now a household name in civil construction and engineering excellence. You are not just a builder of infrastructure, but a builder of men. A pastor, a bishop emeritus, a mentor, a philanthropist, a husband, a father, a grandfather, and to many of us, a living example of what godly leadership truly means. Your unwavering commitment to giving back shines again through the Matthew Okpebolo Foundation, as 1,000 final year students in Edo State are set to receive financial support to complete their projects. The 100 million Naira Geriatric Center donated to ERA Specialist Teaching Hospital, Prisoners Regaining Freedom, Free Medical Support Project, the Gospel Crusades, free roads and infrastructural projects to all universities, whether federal, state, or privately owned, the Empowerment Scheme, to just mention these. From the management and staff of Ray Royal Construction Company Limited, we wish you a joyful 75th birthday, Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo, our founder, our father, our inspiration. Happy 75th birthday, sir.
Thank you so very much for staying with us. Then moving on. The day 2 of the free medical exercise by the Matthew Okpewolo Foundation in commemoration of the 75th birthday of Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpewolo birthday and the 29th anniversary of the foundation continued this Wednesday, June 11, 2025, as more indigenes of Uromi and Irwa came out after downpour to benefit from the free Medicare as well as free surgical operations that were done for patients suffering from different ailments. The report.
This is not handwork of man. If it is man, I would have tired. Because it's God meaning by that's why we're not tired.
Day 2 of the free Medicare as part of activities lined up for the celebration of the 75th birthday for the celebration of the Managing Director, Ray Royal Construction Company, Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpewolo, and the 29th anniversary of Matthew Okpewolo Foundation continued at St. Matthew Royal Specialist Hospital, Ewu Irwa Express Road, Edenu, in Eastern Central Local Government Area of Edo State. As usual, the outreach witnessed a large turnout of indigenes from both Uromi and Irwa, where beneficiaries were administered drugs. Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpewolo, speaking in an interview, said it is his desire to help people enjoy a healthy life. Referencing a past event of 10 years ago of a woman and a husband who could not afford 40,000 naira for a surgery for a child, we are waiting for the child to die, since neither the mother or the father of the child have the financial muscle to save her. Reverend Okpewolo said respite, however, came to the child when the Matthew Okpewolo Foundation organized a free medical outreach when the child was then treated for free. He said such incidents will not repeat itself in its time again, saying that God has put it in his heart to help humanity.
This is supposed to be for the poor people, the program. But I felt that they needed it. They needed it. God has blessed me to bless. See, many people God have blessed, they are not blessed. I pray, I already believe, I recognize God has blessed me to bless. But anytime these things are going on, that's one thing I do. See, no man had the resources. I don't know the riches, but I don't even have it. The joy I have, I wish I could do more. I need something done every month.
There were medical personnel on ground attending to patients with various illnesses, as well as the arrivals of surgeons who have commenced surgical operations for those scheduled for operation. In an interview with the medical team leader, Dr. Sadolo Asemota said some surgical operations have been done while others are waiting to take their turn. He commended Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpewolo for having a meek of human kindness to the less privileged people.
I say our patients, they are medicated first with the general temperature. This way on the other side, okay? And when they come in this way, particularly yesterday, for only 2 hours, I will check for the we saw about 200 patients. I took at least 2 surgeries yesterday. So today, I'm going to carry for those yesterday. So those surgical cases that we take today, I'm going to take it.
All right, moving on. Borno State government has donated the sum of 300 million naira to Mukwa flood victims in Niger State. Governor Babagana Zulum announced the donation when he led a state delegation on a sympathy visit to the government house in Mina. He said the donation is to complement the efforts of the Niger State government in addressing the challenges of the disaster, while commiserating with the government and people of Niger State over the devastating effects of the flood that claimed many lives and destroyed property and livelihoods. Governor Zulum noted that it is time for all sub-national governments to work collectively to mitigate the effects of climate change in the society. And now talking business. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund has disbursed a total of 59,878,283,149 naira in student loans to 298,124 beneficiaries since the launch of its student loan portal on May 24, 2024. Let's now join our business news correspondent Esoyo Semenge for details of this and more from the business world.
According to a status report released on its official X account, 619,731 students have registered on the portal, with 579,325 successfully submitting loan applications, representing a 93% application success rate. The disbursed funds include 30,179,263,149 paid directly to institutions for tuition fees and 29,699,020,000 provided as upkeep allowance to support students' living expenses. A total of 198 tertiary institutions have benefited from the initiative. No fund established under President Bola Tinubu's administration aims to eliminate financial barriers to higher education in Nigeria. The fund emphasized the importance of collaboration with educational institutions, state governments, and student associations in achieving its objectives. The Niger Delta Development Commission has reaffirmed its commitment to leveraging digital innovation and technology as tools for sustainable development in the Niger Delta region. This was disclosed by the Commission's Director of Corporate Affairs, Seledi Thompson Wakama, following the launch of the second edition of the Potaka Tech Expo, sponsored by the NDDC. Speaking at the event, the NDDC Managing Director Samuel Okbuku stated that the expo aims to bring together innovators, entrepreneurs, and industry leaders to explore emerging technologies and their impact on the region's future. Ogbuku emphasized the Commission's readiness to collaborate with relevant stakeholders to provide youth training and empowerment in tech-related fields. He encouraged tech leaders to develop practical programs that equip young people with digital skills for self-reliance and economic growth. Nigeria and Saudi Arabia oil company Aramco are facing challenges finalizing a proposed $5 billion oil-backed loan as declining crude prices raise concerns among partner banks. Sources familiar with the matter said the deal would be Nigeria's largest oil-backed loan to date and mark Aramco's first major financial engagement in the country. President Bola Tinubu reportedly initiated discussions during a meeting with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman at the Saudi African Summit in November 2023. The recent drop in oil prices, Brent crude has fallen from $82 to around $65 per barrel, which has caused banks to reconsider their participation due to concerns over Nigerians' ability to meet oil delivery commitments. Underinvestment in the country's oil sector has further complicated production targets. The loan is part of a broader $21.5 billion foreign borrowing plan Tinubu presented to support the national budget. Sources said Gulf banks and at least one African financial institution are involved in the talks, though their identities have not been disclosed. Neither Aramco, Nigerian state oil firm NNPC, nor the country's Finance and Petroleum Ministry have commented on the negotiations. Sterling Oil Exploration and Energy Production Company Limited and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria have resolved all outstanding issues following a truce brokered by the federal government. The agreement, facilitated on June 4, 2025, comes after a series of collaborative engagements aimed at promoting industrial harmony and sustainable growth in the oil and gas sector. According to a source in the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, multiple rounds of meetings have been held since the beginning of the year under government supervision. The final agreement seeks to promote industrial peace, enhance national oil production, and improve workers' welfare. The resolution reinforces SEMCO's commitment to regulatory compliance, capacity development for Nigerian professionals, and continued stakeholders' engagement. Both parties pledged to handle future disputes internally and to adopt proactive dialogue in addressing emerging issues. And that is all for the business news segment. My name is Esoa Osameki, reporting for BeeTv News.
Thank you, Esoya. And now talking sports. Brazil has qualified for the 2026 World Cup with a 1-0 win over Paraguay on Tuesday night at São Paulo. Also, England slumped to a 3-1 home-friendly defeat by Senegal also on Tuesday to wrap up the scrutiny on boss Thomas Tuchel 1 year out from the World Cup. Let's now join our sports correspondent Freema Usawe, who has more on this and other trending sports stories.
The win was the first for new manager Carlo Ancelotti, whose first match in charge was a 0-0 draw with Ecuador on Thursday. Real Madrid striker Vinicius Jr. scored the game's only goal in the second half. The result puts Brazil on 25 points with only 2 rounds of games remaining, meaning the 5-time World Cup winners are assured 1 fumbles, 6 automatic berths for the tournament in the United States, Mexico and Canada next year. Brazil have never failed to qualify for a World Cup in the history of the tournament. Defending champions Argentina and Ecuador are the only other CONMEBOL teams to have secured a spot at the World Cup from South America's 18-game qualifying schedule. England slumped to a 3-1 home-friendly defeat by Senegal on Tuesday to ramp up the scrutiny on boss Thomas Tuchel 1 year out from the World Cup. Goals from Ismail Assar, Habib Diarra and Sheikh Sabali inflicted England's first ever defeat against African opposition at Nottingham Forest City ground after Harry Kane had given the hosts an early lead. Tuchel was catching in his criticism of his side's dreary display in beating Minos Andorra just 1-0 in World Cup qualifying on Saturday. The German was appointed with the task of ending England's wait since 1966 for a major tournament win, has so far failed to spark a star-studded squad into looking like contenders for the World Cup, even if this was his first defeat in 4 games. Anthony Joshua could be heading into the final year of his career, with Eddie Hearn targeting 2 Tyson Fury fights before his star client calls it a day. Joshua had not fought since he was brutally knocked out by Daniel Dubois last September at Wembley Stadium. It seems likely the pair would go head-to-head in an immediate rematch. However, after coming away from the first contest with a few minor injuries, it means the 35-year-old was unable to jump straight back into a sequel. The 2-time heavyweight world champ is currently recovering from an elbow surgery and is plotting a return to action before the end of the year. As of yet, though, there is no front-runner regarding his next opponent. Joshua's promoter, Hearn, revealed a comeback fight is being targeted between October and December, with Dalian White initially being their first choice of opponent. And that's it on Sport News. Freeman Osawi reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's the size of our news tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. Keep a date with us again tomorrow, Jehovah's will. My name is Best Orator. I'll see you next time. Good night.